Sagittarius, this is your January 2025 reading and what to expect. Your overall energy, you come up in your own reading as Sagittarius. This is the Temperance card. You are able to seek balance and creating a lot of calmness in your life. You know, I feel like you are able to juggle things with patience. You've always had patience, Sagittarius, but there's something about you multitasking and doing it so effortlessly. You're able to keep this rhythm and flow, and it feels like you're on purpose. You know, you're finding meaning in this time around in your life. You know, you feel like you finally are able to express things about yourself. Maybe some of you on social media, maybe you're showing more skin, maybe you are able to talk more about your connection with the universe. Maybe there's something you're training or looking to study, or you could be looking at someone who does stuff like this. You could be watching someone and resonating with them and thinking like about what was brought up in that reading, and you're like looking at, just like Scorpio had this too with the death in reverse, which is stagnation. Like you could be resisting something and you're holding on to something that's actually preventing this new adventure coming in that could be that could lead to other opportunities and travel, and you being able to invest in things to build maybe a second home somewhere for some of you, somewhere warm, right? So if there's something there you're afraid to let go of, maybe it's the town you've been in for so long, it's the group you've been in, maybe it's the job, you know, you're going to miss it. Like, you know, something is going to pull you, Sagittarius, in January to take time out to focus and meditate and retreat and rest. Something's going to bring you in that direction so that you can get the answers through, you know, recuperation and through retreat and renewing your soul. Just relaxing and allowing yourself to open your heart and connect to breath, which is how we can connect to spirit, right? And I feel like there's things that, you know, you still could be focused on, you know, from the past that could still haunt you in the present, right? So you're being asked to be more present and pay attention to what's in front of you, because there could be messages that you're getting from your environment, whether it's through spirit world, through guides, through energy that you can sense around you, right? Through even sometimes you may be called to hear a certain conversation, you may be called to see a billboard, you may hear a certain song that will give you answers. So in being present in that way, you can discern how the universe speaks, and it's very soft and subtle the way the universe communicates with us, right? And if you can get out more in nature, do it, because that is how, like, one way that you can commune with God's source divine. So whatever this is in January, Sagittarius, you're going to meet the challenge, you know, of living your spirit, like approaching your plans in a practical, spiritual way. You're gonna take baby steps towards this new healing modality that you could be looking into and studying, or maybe there's you know, you want to try meditating or yoga or something that brings you towards closer to your spirit, right? And when we start to go deeper in our spirituality, what happens is the shadows start to come, and that can either deter you, stop you on your tracks, or you keep going and you work through the darkness, and then after the darkness is the light. So, for example, if you want to work through your fears, right? In order to conquer your fears, you have to face them head on, right? Whether it's procrastinating, you know, just do it in bite-sized steps. If you know, like picking up one little thing and, you know, washing the dish right after you use it, rather than letting it pile up and build up, because then you get overwhelmed and you end up procrastinating because you see how overwhelming it is. You know, you can build these mental constructs and block you from doing the deeds and tasks that you need to do. So sometimes, you know, those things are energetic blocks that are actually inside, you know, and I'm working personally myself on that with procrastinating, because this baby that I'm nurturing, doing these, you know, my passion projects with, you know, doing this charitable work here on TikTok and YouTube, is giving up some time, but it forces me to be more organized and disciplined with my time, because, you know, I have to do other things. I have to do, you know, I have to work on how to support myself as well, working other things, other passions. So I feel like there's going to be something there that you're going to take a leap on. You might take a trip somewhere on your own. You might check out and explore somewhere new. That it's somewhere, this is something for a specific Sag that I'm talking to, that you've always wanted to do or visit. Could be, I don't know, I'm seeing desert in this. Could be somewhere somewhere in the Middle East. It could be Egypt. It could be, even if it's in the U.S., it could be more of the, you know, like I'm gonna say what this is, like Arizona comes to mind, you know, like that area. It feels like you could be doing some exploration there, but you might get tired. You might be tired, Sag, in January a bit. So rest, get your energy up, and then you'll be able to make that trip, and you're gonna love it. There's something really special and new. You're going to connect with the water there. If you're going, some of you are going towards more dry lands, but some of you are going to go more towards, maybe some of you overseas. Maybe you haven't been there in a while and it's time to visit. You've been putting it off, but on the way there, for some of you, if this is overseas, like for example, if you're going to Southeast Asia, you could be stopping in Egypt. You know, you could be making a pit stop to Bali, who knows? But like, you might as well see the other places while you're headed in that direction, but you're gonna have to rest up a little bit, because I do see that you're tired. So I feel like there's something you want to start, but you may not have the confidence and the energy levels to do it, right? With the Magician in reverse, Sun in reverse, Empress in reverse, these all came out in reverse for you, Sag, because, you know, I feel like as an exciting, you're like a solar, you're very solar. Your energy is very, you know, usually more positive and energetic, and you have like this endless enthusiasm, and you're usually more confident. But with the Empress in reverse, let me see why you come up not feeling your best. Like there's like, you feel creative, like creative blocks maybe, and you feel selfish if you were to go on this trip, so you hold yourself back, right? Like, because you could be overwhelmed, you could be having some type of anxiety, or for another Sag, you could have caught somebody's eye and you're feeling anxious about it, and you could feel like you're almost tempted by infidelity. So lots of things happening. I'm reading for a ton of Sagittarius right now, so all these messages are coming. So take what's yours and leave what's not yours, okay? Because this is a general reading. If you'd like a personal reading and I hit a little bit of the notes with you, you can email me and book a session, and we'll get you in. We'll get you in for a personal reading. Why is this Empress in reverse? Whoa. You got a time for healing. Yeah. So you haven't, you know, because with the Ten of Swords, you've been exhausted, that like you may be not sleeping as well due to time changes. Maybe you travel for work. There's a need to like not ignore your health, right? Like you can have a life and still work on your healing. And I'm a living testament to that. Like I've always wanted to own my time so that I can work on my health and wellness and my healing and make better choices. I can take my time and prepare my meals. I can wake up and plan my day according to my own terms, right? Like you can do that, Sag. So something that you need to be reminded about is that you are a healer, right? So you don't need to always run to the doctor or run to the pharmacist and take those things, like, because those things really don't get to the root cause of the problem. They just mask the problems. They're all, I'm really, I don't I don't agree with synthetic drugs. I've taken that route, and it never really took care of what I needed to be taken care of. It never worked. I'm more of a holistic practitioner and more leaning towards, getting your minerals and sources of vitamins and proteins through eating correctly, right? Having the right organic foods in your system, and living a healthy lifestyle. Like literally try and get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Like I aim to do that, at least 7. I'm okay with 7. So I think if you dream it, you can, and you believe in it, you can achieve it, right? And you're meant to be doing it. Like you have so many gifts. This particular Sag, or some, like a couple of you, like come and get a personal reading, and let's see what your creative and spiritual gifts are, because I feel like a lot of you are natural influencers, content creators, and this is the new wave. We are in the age of Aquarius, and we are all using technology to move ahead, and as we step into our life purpose and higher calling, we find meaning, where maybe in that job it's like you ran around, and you just get the short end of the stick, and you lose sleep, and you're exhausted. This is burnout. This is adrenal fatigue. I've been there, I've done that, and I know that I can help you recover from this and help you move into your new cycle when you're ready. So let's pull you an astrology card and an advice card. I'm gonna take ascendant rising sign, right? Came out for you. This is your public self, and it's exactly matching what I just said. You don't know, and you don't see yourself thinking that you can't flourish and create abundance and live a lifestyle to just live like authentically, be you, and share your gifts and talents with the world, and be that content creator. That's what came out. It's like public self. This is your outward self, your public personality, your first impression, your ambition, your drive, your self-awareness, your what are you projecting? How do you project your persona, your goals, your motivation, and your future personality? Like wherever your ascendant sign is, or your rising sign. If you need help to do your chart, I can help you with that, a basic chart, intuitive astrology, but I do have the perfect astrologer for you if you're looking for to do your whole chart, and he's amazing at what he does. So I was saying that basically this public self is the first impression you make on those around you, and the sign that your ascendant is in shows your goals and what you're moving towards in your life. So if your sun sign represents your present self, then your rising sign is your future self, and shows that progression. So for me, my sun is in Aries, my ascendant rising is in Scorpio. So I'm meant to share my how I am off behind the screen, right? Like I'm meant to share my emotional depth and spiritual self, because that's what Scorpio is about, like transformation. So that's basically what I'm doing, is paying it forward now through these readings and through sessions with people, and I do many things, but the point is, you're a manifester. You can create anything you want if you put your mind to it. So I'd highly recommend getting your chart done. And let's pull you one more advice card. Let's see. I like these archetype cards. Let's see what the Sagittarius need to know. Clean slate, right? And right before that, I'm going to take it, because clean slate means that it's coming. You're going to have your new start. And you got like thief of hearts. So that has to do with like, thinking that you have to look a certain way. Do I have to do it the way they're doing it? If you're looking at other influencers, like, no, we all have, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. No, you follow the basics. You know, you have to learn the basics of technology, like as I am, and we all are, with uploading and downloading, and you know, I have to learn watermarks at some point to work on my YouTube page to make it a little bit more professional, like, you know. But I'm trying to manifest some help in that, and maybe that's something you could look into, you know, what is it that interests you, Sagittarius, that you can be creative in your own originality, right? Like, there's we all have, you know, this light within us, and that light can bring in potential wealth and can never be stolen from you, because it's your original self, it's your authentic voice. When you are speaking and living in authenticity, the divine speaks through you. That requires some healing, that requires some self-discipline, that requires cleaning and purifying your vessel to get the clear channeling and guidance, and to clean out, you know, any cycles, patterns, behaviors that cause you to hide behind shame and guilt, right? And that's a whole list of, you know, negative self-talk and going to the past and playing victim and not being able to find who you truly are, like, because you could be succumbing to societal, cultural matrix expectations, and feeling like, okay, I did all this in my life, I've got to where I am, but it's not emotionally fulfilling me, and it's led me to a cycle of burnout. So come get a reading if this resonates, and I'm cheering you on, Sagittarius.